What's up, friends? Storytime. So, back in 2022, I just put out my album, Bashing My Head Through a Wall, and I hit kind of a wall when it came to my personal music development as a songwriter and producer. So I'd made all of the albums I wanted to make, that I set out to make as a artist. When I quit my corporate job, I had a few albums in particular that I was like, oh, I really want to make these. And I made all of those. And I was really proud of each of those pieces of music. And I was still making money doing music, and so I realized, well, I gotta keep going. I have to do something else now. And I didn't know what I wanted to do because I'd made the things I wanted. So I just started writing songs, and I wrote so many songs, 50 to 100 songs in that short period. I just wrote every day, and all I was focused on was writing songs. Also, I was watching a lot of anime, probably the most anime that I've ever watched in a given period. While I was writing songs, I would have an anime in the background. So I'd have, Love is War or Chainsaw Man or whatever anime on in the background as I was sitting at the piano just writing away. And during this period, I stumbled upon Samurai Champloo. And I'd been recommended Samurai Champloo before, and I thought, oh, I need to watch that at some point. And I knew that it was supposed to have really good music. So eventually I got into it and started watching the anime. I turn it on, and the opening starts. And those drums are so cool. And I'm just blown away. The rapping is great too. The synth that's kind of going throughout it is really cool too. And then I heard the piano kind of stumble in on that intro, and I thought, ooh, you got piano with lo-fi drums? I'm like, ooh, that's something special. And then I keep watching the anime, and as they get into the first fight scene, that music comes on again. You get that really cool, interesting drum pattern with some piano going on. And it happens just in all these different points throughout the soundtrack of the anime. And I thought, oh, that's so good. And then I heard the ending, and oof, that ending. What a brilliant piece of music. And I thought, I want to look into this more. So I started listening to a bunch of Nujabe's work. There's also other composers who are part of the making of the soundtrack of Samurai Champloo, but I focused mainly on Nujabe's. And I love how he mixed together these really jazzy piano sounds with these lo-fi and just really interesting drum patterns. Not all of them are lo-fi drums per se, but they're always interesting. And as I'm exposed to that world, I realized that one of my favorite parts of production in general is getting to play the piano and play live acoustic, real piano, because it's my favorite instrument besides the vocals. And I loved doing that while I was making my album, Bashing My Head Through a Wall. So I thought, oh, what I should do is program a bunch of drums in that lo-fi style, so in that kind of Nujabe style, and then just play piano over them. So I did that. I programmed a bunch of really cool drum patterns, and then I played a bunch of piano. I just had those drum patterns on a loop, just copy-pasted them for, hundreds of measures, and then just played piano to my heart's content, and just had fun with it. And then afterwards, I cut that piano recording into little samples. And I used that as if it was a sample, like Nujabe's, jazz piano samples that he found. I used my piano playing as if it was a sample for those different drum patterns. And then after I'd done that, I started recording just different raps on top of those beats that I'd made for myself. And I really liked the results. I thought it was really fun, and it was so easy for me. It wasn't this long, complicated production process. It was this fun, engaging, creatively fulfilling production process. And I started contacting other rappers who I'd met and asked them to rap on top of these beats as well. And they were more than happy to do so. And we made this really great album called Flows. And that whole album wouldn't have been possible if I hadn't started watching the anime Samurai Champloo and started getting that musical inspiration that Samurai Champloo offers. So yeah, that was my story. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I think you'd really like my album Flows because it is the result of that experience. And I also made an instrumental version of Flows, which I will link in the comment section. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks so much. Catch you on the flip.